What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Paint Society, the channel where the learning doesn't stop when the video ends. Today, we're starting our mini build series, and we're going to repair this Honda S2000. As you can see here, we don't have the most ideal paint match. Long story with this car, but we have a whole front end that is a completely different color, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to fix this car, and we're going to repaint most of the panels that we need to make this car look beautiful. So what we have here is a spoon front end, and yes, it is real, but the bumper is a replica. Now we're going to take you around the car and show you the errors that the car has, and then through the build process in a few episodes, we're going to show you how to repair and how to make this beautiful S2000 one color and have a high gloss finish. So what we see right here is a crack that we have that is right by the headlight. So go ahead and circle that. These are the little things that we're going to fix. And in the middle of this scoop, we have a dimple. Over here, it looks like some PDR was done and then they completely burnt through when trying to buff it. Clear coat that is completely fading, so we're going to address that. The top is actually chipping. This is a fiberglass aftermarket top. Right, and lastly, we have a crack on the front bumper that we're going to go ahead and address. I know there's going to be a lot more to address once we get it off, but these are the main damage that we want to focus on. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to put this on a lift it up, and we're going to start to take off the front end. Everything on this car is going to be painted in parts, with the exception of the door and the quarters. It just makes it a lot cleaner. So let's raise her up and let's get to work. Okay, so we're back here in the body shop, and what we're going to do first is we're going to work on all of our individual parts first, our front end parts. Now in this episode, what we're going to focus on is getting all these parts primered. Now these are fiberglass parts, a high quality fiberglass, but nonetheless still fiberglass. So in this episode, we're going to be working with 180 grit. We'll also be seeing a 220 and a 320 grit, as well as a maroon scuff pad. It is 400 grit equivalent to give us enough bite for that primer. And guys, if you're looking for a DA, I bought this 3 years ago. It's Husky. Probably cost me about $65, $70 at the time. It's still rolling. It's still doing good. We put the interface pad on it from 3M, and we're going to use this once we go to prep it for a primer. Now, previous in the beginning of the video, we marked off all our areas that might need a little bit more attention. Now, this is the process that Diaz has been going through, which we'll be showing you on all of these panels. As you can see, these aren't the bestly painted panels. If the camera picks it up, they're really, really dry. We'll be able to smooth them out as well. Now, on this hood, if we look at it, it's got some peel to it. It's got some fish eyes and some little areas that need some attention. Now, my main focus right now is I want to knock down this hood. Now, 180 is pretty aggressive, but I need the cut in order to smooth it out. All of these parts are actually going to be primed, so I'm not worried about it. But what you need to know is you need to refine that 180 scratch from 220 to around maybe 320 before you prime, so you don't have those sand scratches show up after you paint and once it's been in the sun. Now, once again, the reason why I can't just scuff and shoot this is it needs some body work, and we want to make sure all the ripples are out. So what we're going to do is long strokes, and we're going to try to do a cross hatch pattern, which is basically an X. Now also keep in mind, it's got a little flexibility to it, so you don't want to push too hard. You're going to have to give it some time to actually start cutting. But once you break that clear, then you'll be able to start cutting and smoothing it out. This is going to be the focal point of the whole entire car, so you want it as straight as possible. Now I went ahead and switched to my skinny block. This is my favorite. I think it's going to cut a little bit better and contour to the hood a little bit better. Now we're going to use our maroon scuff pad to get in all those hard to reach areas. A little glaze that's safe to use on painted surfaces we're going to use for our little small area that has a dimple in the vent. Sand it down with 180. We have 220, a soft pad, to refine that 180 scratch. Now we're going to take off that 220 and put on our 320 to get it ready for primer. Okay, so now we're ready to step to the fenders. We're going to do the same process. Now we're going to show you what we do when we have some cracks. And we have some minor cracks on the front bumper, and we have some minor cracks in the fender. But first, let's go ahead and get it blocked out, and then we'll take care of those little cracks. We're going to go ahead and block out the whole entire fender from top to bottom on 180. And like I said before, 180 is a little aggressive, but we really need to knock down those high spots and the ripples that we have in the fiberglass and in the paint. Now we're just sanding clear coat. It is not actually fiberglass on the top. It's just a clear coat, and where we burn through will be the paint or primer underneath. And that's what we like, because that means we're leveling the surface. All right, so Diaz got most of it blocked out. Now he's gonna, once again, use that 180 to get any of those spots that the DA paper couldn't get, and to help smooth it out even more before primer. All right, so we got 180 down, and now we're gonna go ahead with the 220 and 320 on the soft interface pad. Once again, refine that scratch, so that when the primer hits it, it's not gonna have anything to shrink in, except for, I like to do a 320 scratch. I think it's still decent enough, and you're not gonna lose adhesion with it, in my opinion. Okay, so we got all our parts clean. Now we're gonna address two cracks that we have on this fender and a couple of spider cracks we have on the front bumper. The first crack we have is right in this area, and the second crack we have is right above the headlight. So the first thing I'm gonna wanna do is sand down with 180 grit. Next, we're gonna get a dremel. Now, a V-shaped bit would be better, but we'll just use the edge to kind of give a little bit of a groove right in that crack. It's not much. Same thing over here. This one kind of runs about an inch or so. On the front bumper, we'll do the same thing. Okay, now what I'm about to show you is one of the coolest and the baddest epoxies I've ever used in my life. You can put this on anything. It will bond anything. Plastic, I use it on bumper repairs. I mean, once you set this stuff, it is rigid enough that it's not gonna crack. SMC, fiberglass, carbon fiber. I mean, take a look at it right here. Look at the applications that we have, okay? Right in here, we have all these applications. We can use it on structural and cosmetic. it is just incredible. Now, since our fiberglass did not penetrate or is not really cracked too bad, it's really on the surface, we're gonna use this 100 EZ and we're gonna inject it right into those cracks. And then what I like to do is at least depress or make a line of at least 3 inches, and that's gonna ensure that it's mixed thoroughly. Now the cool thing about this is you got time on your side. It's not gonna dry up right away. Now what I'll do right here is I'll do little squiggly lines, and I'll do more than just a repair area to kind of feather it in and make the whole area structurally sound. Go ahead and just kind of smear it in, and it isn't too hard. We're going to use 180 to sand it down, and we're just going to kind of get it all smoothed out and kind of get it ready for just a little bit of glaze. Then same thing over here. We then are going to use our blocks to get into the hard to reach areas and start to block it smooth and nice and flat. Okay, so here we have some glazing putty, and it's just to fill in the micro fine scratches. We have just a little bit of hardener since it is very hot outside, and we're gonna overlap until we see no streaks. All right, so we're gonna apply the best we can as smooth as possible. Remember, this is glaze. It's not a thick body filler, just to kind of get us ready for primer. I've just cut my spreader into about 1.5 inch piece just to make it easier to apply, and I don't have so much filler everywhere. Okay, so body filler is all dried. We let it dry for about maybe 25-30 minutes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use 180 on a block, and we're just gonna knock down those high ridges. We're not gonna add any guide coat just yet. Now once all the ridges are knocked down, we'll use some guide coat. You can just use spray paint, but guide coat's not going to clog up your paper as easily. Now we're looking just to remove all the black. The black will stay in the low spots. So as you can see right here, that is a low spot. So we'll either keep sanding, but if we're sanding too much, we'll have to add filler, but I think this one will come out. And once more, same process over here. Then I'll run over it with 320 grit just to smooth it out before primer. Okay, so we got all our panels ready to go, and we reached the primer stage. Now what we're going to be doing with these primers is we're going to be applying a high surfacer primer. And that's actually going to give us just a little bit of build. Now we're going to be priming the whole entire panel. Now these panels are fiberglass, and we want to match the consistency of the rest of the car, which is a nice straight metal panel. Now with the fiberglass, it tends to have that little bit of the wave, so we're going to use the primer just to kind of help smooth things out. It already looks pretty good, but we want that extra little build just so it looks even better when it's all painted. So this is the primer right here that we'll be using. And it's a gray urethane surfacer, and this particular primer gets mixed 3 to 1 to 1. That does not mean your primer gets mixed 3 to 1 to 1. You need to check the technical data sheets. You can go online, you can type in what primer it is, and it'll tell you, and sometimes it'll tell you right on the side of the can. So we're gonna go ahead and mix up this primer, and we're gonna apply about 2 coats to every single one of those panels. And if we need, we might have to go back later, resand and reprime. But for now, let's get some primer on that front end. All right, so here we are right back in the beginning where we started. And man, what a great build to kind of show you guys a little bit about everything. Between primer, between some fiberglass repair. We're also going to be doing some mild dent repair here, scratches. It's a great build to show everyone. And I've got my veterans in the chat that we can all learn from. So hey, I would love to learn from you guys as well. I'm just the host here, and I can't wait to go along with this build with you guys. And let's see how it all turns out. So, in the meantime, this is Brian from Paint Society reminding you, don't overthink it. It's just paint. Let's check out those primer parts.